Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nerd Mode On, and today is Wednesday, so we have yet again another episode of Would You Rather. This is a video series where I'll be going over approximately 5 questions and determining which one is less likely to be invasive. So with the rules and guidelines reviewed, let's start off the episode. Coming in at our first question, I have, would you rather have a very small penis or a horse-sized penis? Now, of course, either way you look at it, there's going to be pros and cons. But also, as well, I think I'd rather go with having a smaller unit size, considering that you don't want to be known as the guy that has to have a holster to hold his junk together. I don't think too many people are going to be able to really coincide with what's going on in your real life. I don't think you'll have a whole lot of people that can imagine what you're going through if anything tends to happen. So I would think just going with a smaller unit size is going to be a little bit easier, and I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal as people try to make it out to be. Coming in at our second question, I have, if you were stranded on an island after a plane crash, would you rather cut off your own leg for food or kill a little girl for food? Now, of course, a lot of you guys are going to look at this in a different light, but I think going with the more obvious choice for myself would be kill a little girl. Hopefully I don't have any connections with who the person is. Maybe it was just a plane and all of a sudden, we were the only 2 people left and she just happened to be my food source that, is going to be pretty amazing when it comes down to the main gist of it. But I think cutting off my own leg, I don't think I would be too willing to do that. That's a lot of muscle there, and that's just not a very enjoyable experience. You're going to lose a ton of blood, and I just don't think it's really worth the X amount of food that it's going to provide. Now, however, a human body does tend to have a lot more, and you're going to be able to really stack up on those arms and legs, if you will. And I think that will just be the way I go about it. But either way you look at it, you're either cutting off your own limbs to save your life or you're killing somebody. So I guess that's an interesting question for you guys. Coming in at our third question, I have, would you rather sex it up with the ugliest girl in school or punch the hottest girl in the face? Now, of course, this is a pretty easy question. I think punching the hottest girl in school would be the easier option. Don't get me wrong, having sex is great, but there's only so many paper bags you can stick over her face. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. And when it comes down to the main gist of it, I think punching the hottest girl in school probably wouldn't be a big deal because she's probably not the nicest person in the world anyway. She probably has her clique that really segments and diversifies the high school by itself. So I don't imagine that that would be probably too big of a deal. And in most cases, I think we've all probably had thoughts similar or relatively close to something of the equivalency. Coming in at our fourth question, I have, would you rather know everyone's death date or know your own? And of course, I think knowing my own would be a lot better. I think I'd be able to really prioritize different things in my life to rearrange and make myself more successful faster, or however you wish to look at that. But I think being able to know exactly when I was due to die, I think I'd be able to complete my bucket list. I think I'd be able to really press forward with the things that I enjoy and not have to worry about what the community or society tells me is important instead of, doing the things that I thoroughly enjoy. And finally, I have question 5 for you guys, and it is, would you rather have an upside down vision or an upside down face with proper vision? Now, for me personally, easily I'm going to go with the upside down vision just because you're going to get used to it. You're going to be the only one that knows your vision is upside down. Everybody else is going to look at you the exact same. Nothing's changed. You don't have a rearranged face or eyeballs or anything of the equivalency, but you're just going to see everything flipped upside down. And I think that would be a little easier to live with. I think you'd be able to compensate a little bit more for it, and I don't think it would be as big of a deal. I think once you got through the initial phases of it, I think you'd become a lot more familiar with it, and you just kind of realize that the objects are upside down, you have to account for this centralized object, and you're just going to have to reach in a different mannerism, but by itself, I don't imagine that would be as big of a deal considering that we've all grown accustomed to how our vision is currently right now. So anyway, guys, that has been the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Consider leaving your guys' responses as well in the comments area. And if you guys have any recommendations for future episodes, feel free to let me know as well down there. But when it comes down to the main gist of it, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I will see you guys next time. And this is NMO, signing out. Peace.